Hey guys, it's Libby, and I just want to start this video off with a confession. Let's just dive right in. So, I am tired, sick and tired of, hey guys, it's Libby. I've said it for like 6 years now, at least, I think. I'm tired of it. I've said it too many times, and you wouldn't even believe, like at this point, and for kind of a while now, I've been at the point where it's just like, I'm tired of saying that sentence, and I feel like it never sounds right when I say it, that when I'm starting off filming a video, I'll say, hey guys, it's Libby. Hey guy, and it just keeps happening, and it takes up too much of my time, and I'll probably do that for 5 minutes before I just say, fine, fuck it, we're just gonna go with that. And I don't like that. I don't like that vibe. I don't like that experience. But I don't know what else to say. I've said it for 6 years, and what else am I supposed to say? So please, if you guys have any recommendations, suggestions, creative ideas, whatever it may be, please drop it in the comments. I need ideas. I need something new, something fresh, something that's like, given what I'm trying to give. And hey guys, it's Libby is not. It's not it anymore. I don't know if it ever was, but that's the beginning. So please give me suggestions, and if I get enough of them, I'll just make a whole video, and then we can vote on which one is the best, or maybe I'll have a few to like alternate through. I don't know. Okay, but let me just proceed with the actual purpose of this video, and it's to give you guys another update. And if you can't tell by like my vibes already, things are a lot better. And frequently the Taylor Swift lyric, I'm doing better than I ever was, comes into my mind all the freaking time. Before I dive into my own update on what's new, what's happening, I wanted to kind of just clarify something that I said in my last update video that upset a couple people in my own life. Back in that video, I was talking about, you know, how stressy and depressed I was, and how much support I felt like I needed in that time that I felt like I wasn't exactly getting, or getting in the way I needed as much as I needed, whatever. And a few people in my life were kind of hurt by that. They were hurt that I didn't go to them directly. They were hurt that I felt that way in general, and I felt bad because if I rewatched that video, the whole video was really negative, depressing, sad, and that's how I was feeling. But even then, I didn't ever feel like they weren't there for me, or that they didn't love me, or they didn't care about me, or they weren't trying, or any of that. I guess I didn't know how to communicate my own needs, and I would feel like a burden, you know, if I would ask for too much. So I was just hoping they would just intuitively know I needed it and give it to me. Whew. I just did my makeup. We're not crying here. I apologized to them and clarified with them, but I just want to make sure that all you guys have the right understanding. I never was angry, upset, disappointed, or anything like that in my family, my friends, my supports. It was more like I just felt like I needed a lot, and I didn't know how to ask for it, kind of is what it comes down to. But now that that's cleared up, I really want to tell you guys how I'm doing, because the last update video I made was really depressing. Yeah, and it's because I was really like sad and anxious and stressed out and scared and a lot. So yeah, that was the tone of that video, but things have changed a lot since then. And if you can't tell, I'm in a new place. I spoke in the last video that I didn't know if I'd be able to get out of, my parents' house while I was still like paying for like that other apartment kind of that I had shared with my ex. And so we crunched the numbers, and I can afford it. Obviously I'm here. It's been a really stressful process, the moving, because first I had to move all my stuff from that old apartment to my parents' house, and it took several days because I did it when he was gone and the dog was gone, because I couldn't do it with Bonchi there. I couldn't. A, Bonchi is a menace, and then B, it would be really hard because I can't explain to Bonchi and whatever. So yeah, it was a long process, like several weeks drawn out to get all the stuff, and and then the way we kind of arranged the apartment and the contents of it was he would keep the apartment, he would keep all this stuff, and my like ownership of the value of all this stuff was going to be credited towards what I owed in the lease, and then I paid off the rest of my part of the lease. Got the lease like addendum changed, updated, whatever, and so I'm kind of free there, but that meant that I had no furniture. I had some of my like stuff, like some pots and pans, and like my KitchenAid, and you know, some random stuff like that. But all this stuff pretty much was left. And so I had to replace it all, which was expensive and stressful because I wanted it to be stuff that spoke to me, that made me feel happy, because I didn't want to buy it again in 2 years because it fell apart or because it was ugly or I hated it or whatever. I wanted it to be right. And that's an impossible pursuit. You can't know what's going to be right exactly. But this dresser, this is one of the right ones. This one's sick as heck. It is like a refinished Brutalist mid-century modern piece that I got from a antique mall place nearby, and it's so cool. I freaking like it. But if you guys are interested in an apartment tour type thing, I can certainly show you guys around another time. I am not all set up yet still. It still kind of stresses me out because I have crap everywhere, and there's paint that still needs to be finished and touched up and all that, and tape to still remove from some walls and stuff, so it ain't ready yet. But if you guys want to see it, I can show you in a little while. So that aside, I am feeling a lot better emotionally. I really feel that I grieved the relationship ending, that whole 6 months that we were fighting through it. Like I kind of had already reached acceptance and peace by the end. I mean, sadness, yes, because I felt really bad and I felt guilty and it was a shame and stuff like that. But I didn't miss it. I didn't long for it, and I don't mean that like in an insensitive way, just that it's kind of where I was and where I am. And if I'm gonna be really honest, one of my biggest concerns was Banshee, the doggo, because Gabe had never owned a dog like in an indoor setting. Like, he's from Curacao and they just keep their dogs outside because it's a beautiful island, but he had never had a dog in like a home, well, apartment even. So it was a different kind of experience for him, and Banshee's a lot, and Banshee gets himself into trouble, which is the fault of the parents, right? We need to manage the puppy, keep him safe. But one of my issues with Gabe was just that I felt like he didn't care for Banshee well enough, or like watch over him well enough. And I'm sure it's my anxiety that drove me to be as like watchdog, literally watching the dog as much as I could. So I was just nervous. And then like a week or something after, maybe after everything had ended or after I had most of my stuff, or I don't know, but Gabe reached out and told me that he had to take Banshee to the vet, like emergency, because Banshee just like pooped like liquid diarrhea and a lot of red blood. And I was like, like my worst fear was realized that Banshee had consumed something he hadn't been careful enough and eaten, and he got hurt, and now he's gonna die maybe, or be really sick, and it's not my dog anymore. Banshee's not mine. Lula is mine. I kept the cat. But I worry about the dog. I love him and I care for him, and I want any animal to be safe and happy, and I just love Banshee. And it's still like, that's still the one piece that gets me sometimes. Like, there's in no way that I could have taken Banshee with me. I don't have the mental, emotional, physical capacity to take care of that dog by myself. But I just didn't love the way Gabe did it either, as far as like the emotional stuff for Banshee. So that still bums me out if I think about it, and so I try not to think about it, and I just wonder how he's doing, and is he okay? Did his puppy training end okay? Is he being treated good? And I don't mean that in like a way that's like, Gabe's crazy, he's incompetent, he's abusive. None of that. None of that. It's just, I grew up in a house with dogs and we treated them a certain way. I worship my cat, and I always have worshipped my pets, and I just feel like every animal should be treated that way. Every pet, they should be loved so much, and he does love him, I think, but it's just different than the way I express it for animals. And so I just feel like my way's the right way, which is wrong. But speak of the devil, we got your baby here. He's a smile for the camera. He's so cute. He's getting up close. I love her. Like I said, I worship her. She is my life. She is like what if I didn't have her through all this, I would lose my shit. And I'm not gonna lie, if I didn't have her, I would have just gone and got a cat or multiple cats. But I'm glad I have her, because we already have a relationship and we love each other. Right, Lula? You love me? Okay, I love her so much. Back on track. So yeah, that's like, as far as the relationship ending, not a lot of like mourning for the relationship. I was kind of done with that at that point. But that's not to say that every moment of every day has been happy, good to go, woohoo. I've felt a lot of hard emotions that I'm like working through and stuff, and one of those is frustration, and part of that is frustration with myself for just being here, like in this kind of situation, this position right now, because it's not where I thought I'd be, obviously. And I'm just mad that this has happened. And it's not that I feel like I should have figured it out sooner, like I wish I had, but I don't think I should have necessarily, or you know, not that I feel like I should have just kept trying, or, you know, I don't feel like I should have done anything different. It's just like, damn it, this starting over thing, great, you know. And I know it's what's gonna lead me to be happy, but it's just frustrating right now. I'm just a little angsty about it. Another really frequent source of my frustration these days is feeling like I can't do something that I'm trying to do. And I got two good examples for you. One would be this little section of the video I'm trying to film. I think I've re-spoken it 15 times so far. What the fuck? Why can't I feel like I'm getting it right? Why do I feel like I'm saying the wrong things, or why can't I just do it? So I'm getting better at being compassionate with myself about that and being patient with myself there. But the other example I want to give you is this fucking dresser. When we moved it to my apartment, we had taken the drawers out because it's heavy, and so I was trying to get the drawers in there one day because I was ready to put this room together, put the shit in the drawers and stuff, and I couldn't get them to catch their tracks. And granted, this is a mid-century piece, it's old, and the tracks are unlike any that I've ever seen before. So I shouldn't be saying, I need to be able to do this. I don't know what these tracks are, I don't know how I'm supposed to connect them or whatever. But I still was like, what the fuck, Libby? Figure it out. Why can't you figure out it's a fucking drawer? If you can't get this, are you gonna call your dad every time you need to put the drawer back in if it falls out or something? Are you kidding me? And so I was just so mad at myself that I couldn't figure it out. And when I was being so careful, so gentle, and still, if I like bumped just slightly into some piece of the paint, it would nick the paint. And then I was getting mad because I was damaging what I just spent my money on, what I was really excited about and stuff, and it was really frustrating. And so it's stuff like that where I'm like, I should be able to do this myself, and for whatever reason in that moment I'm not able to do it. And I'm really patient with other people, but I'm not patient with myself. And so even if someone's like, oh, I can come over tomorrow and help you with it, it's not that I'm like, I don't have time to wait for you. It's more like, I don't have time because I want to be able to do this myself. I need to figure this out myself anyways. And so I just get really frustrated about stuff like that. And I need to work on that, absolutely, because I'm not happy when I'm feeling like that. Another thing that I've been pondering lately is whether I have any real, true, actual attraction to men. Sexual or romantic. I kind of have been doing a lot of reflecting on my life, my experiences, my emotions, all that, and have kind of really started to doubt whether I truly am attracted to men or not. And obviously, you know that I have been scouring the internet relentlessly, trying to gather more information about other people's experiences to maybe understand my own better. And that's when I came across the term and the concept of compulsory heterosexuality. And I might have heard of that before at another time, but if I did, I didn't think into it much. My super condensed understanding of comphet is that we live in a heteronormative society, meaning that heterosexuality or being straight is the norm. It's the default. It's what's typical. It's what's expected. And if somebody deviates outside of that, whether or not a certain member of society is cool with it or if it's wrong to them or whatever the fuck, irrelevant. It's just that if somebody is not straight, then it has to be announced, right? People have to come out if they aren't straight. I think that's fucked. I think it's empowering, obviously, given the society we live in, but it's because of the society we live in, you know? So I don't like that. I don't like this heteronormative thing we got going on. I mean, think about it. Like, our society imposes heterosexuality upon little kids who don't even know what sexuality is yet, really. And so, like think, like a little girl, she's so cute, she's sassy, and everyone's like, oh, she's gonna have the boys wrapped around her finger. Or like a little boy, and he's like a little charmer, and he's so cute, and oh, he's gonna be a ladies' man. pause. Excuse me, did we just impose something upon these children? And no, I don't think it's usually done with like poor intention or anything, but it's just like, oh, see, we do that. We do that. If you haven't looked at the Compet Masterdoc, I have it linked in the description thing, and I highly recommend you take a look at it if you're interested. It really digs into all these different ways that we can see compulsory heterosexuality in our world. So like I said, I came out as bisexual because I accepted that I liked people who were not men. But I didn't reassess at that time how I felt about men because I didn't even think to. I'm like, well, I've been dating him. I'm with one right now, and it's been okay. So I must just, yep, I must be bisexual. I guess I'm attracted because, of course, why wouldn't I be, right? I can think of a lot of reasons why I wouldn't be. But, so for now, I think that I'll keep using the term queer because the whole Compet revelation is new for me, and I don't want to jump to a conclusion. Although I think that conclusion is right. I think there's a very good chance that I will identify as lesbian in the future. Probably near future. I don't know. But I want to sit with it a little bit longer before I, whatever, make a decision. And sexuality is fluid. Labels don't really matter necessarily, but I just like to I like to think about it, and I like to understand myself. And so I'm gonna think about it some more. But I'm feeling pretty gay. I'm feeling pretty gay. Anyways, yeah, so that was a lot, but that's a lot of what I've been thinking about in my free time. But I want to let you know, in sum, I am doing really well. I am really happy and peaceful and hopeful and light and great. So much more than I ever was. And I'm happy to report that. So, you know, like I said, I do get some uncomfy emotions sometimes. It's cool, it's fine, that's life. Sometimes I just feel anxious in my body. I don't like that, but I can get through it. I'm good. I want to thank you guys for your continued support for me. It means a lot to me, and I would love to know how you guys are doing too. I haven't been back and forth a whole lot, so I want to know how you guys are doing. Give me an update. Anything exciting happened in life, anything hard happened in life, let me know. I want to know. I care about you guys. So I feel good.